We'll be going over the best and worst heroes to use throughout the mid-season. Alright, look. First up, we're going to be starting with the Vanguard, okay? And then Strategists and Duelists, okay? And help me decide, and I'm going to help you decide who you should main this season and to win more games. Let's go ahead and jump into it, okay? But before we get into it, yeah, just pay attention. With the Vanguards, and fight me in the comments, we have to talk about the symbiotic 19-inch monster, Venom. This guy has been good for so long at every level of play. Bronze, silver, his ease of use in low elo, but then his crazy combo potential in the higher ranks with Mantis and with other damage buffs. It's crazy, alright? But now they have to look against going against the triple support meta. And now that Venom has a new anti-heal or the heal reduction mechanic on his Beast of the Abyss ultimate. Look, this is gonna be your greatest hope to carry games, even if you're solo queuing, dude, okay? Or if you can just thrive and dive with your comms up. Look, there's gonna be so many opportunities for you Venom mains out there, okay, bro? So look, and try to be a shot caller if you are playing with your team, alright? For the few people that do use comms in this fucking game. I think Venom is the best pick this season. He's gonna get banned a lot, especially in higher rank when people watch this video. And he's definitely that kind of key to success, especially with the problems with the crazy amount of healing and the crazy amount of health he's got. That's a big problem. Now look, next up on the list with Venom out of the way is Doctor Strange by the Eye of Agamotto. Look, he continues to dominate in the game. I mean, it's been like this since launch 2 because his portal just opens up so many ways to play the game. This can give your team a last fighting chance, just teleport to point, or you can go in with the aggressive effort if you decide to coordinate and use your comms. But even without his portal, you've got the team up with Magic. Of course, it did get a slight reduction, but it wasn't that much. It's not a make or break. Magic's still gonna dominate. You're the perfect mix between defense and offense with the buffs they've given him after season after season after season. And I think Doctor Strange is gonna be one of those heroes that will always be relevant. So you're not wasting time learning and improving on the Vanguard. Look, Doctor Strange has been good for so long, bro. I even got a Doctor Strange body pillow. Now we'll be quick with the last two Vanguards. But for Emma Frost, she did not get any nerfs, and she's still pretty viable, bro. And that should be all you need to know, really, for Emma Frost to play the White Cream. She is a perfect mix of what you need in a Vanguard role. I mean, no matter the game mode and no matter the opposition, defense or offense, from her ultimate of seduction to set up your team for wipes and stuff. Look, the clutch Diamond performs and being that menace up close and personal, bro. Look, I'm AI, but Emma can quite literally do it all. I mean, look, her thighs say it all. And Magneto, dude, again, there's not a lot to say with Magneto. Magneto isn't really good for offense, but he's the best defensive Vanguard, especially in terms of countering some of the best duelists. I mean, look at Hela, Star-Lord running wild this season. But I would say that after watching pro play, look, bro, look, the meteors and the protection you can do with your little balls, bro, they're the biggest difference between carrying a game and losing a game. If you want a solo carry, Mag is perfect. Alright, there you go. Now, let's mix things up and talk about all the elos, okay? We're going to start with the very high elos. Look, if you play at the highest level of the game, or you play with good coordination, Groot. Hear me out. Groot. Look, Groot. His ultimate being so great is completely great for solo carry, okay? Look, all you got to do is just pop up a couple walls and the tree is going to continue to get better. Now, look. He has his walls. You're playing fucking Fortnite. And the Phoenix now dipping in and out, bro. Groot will get an even more bigger boost. Alright. That's enough about Groot. Let's talk about Hulk. Now, Hulk did get his little team up nerfed. Alright. He's not responsible for the Namor team up. But that alone will allow you to play the Gamma God. One of the highest skill ceiling characters in the fucking game. Now look, he does take some time to learn, but when you do learn him, he's pretty rewarding. All right, look, if you just learn his mechanics, you'll be a menace in the backlines. All right, bro. Look, you'll be the reason why your team can go from losing to winning games. Now on the other side, in low elo, we're talking about high elo Hulk. But this is your kind reminder to play Thor and Penny in low elo. When I mean low elo, I mean Plat and lower, Diamond and lower. Look, these heroes just have no answer to him. Thor in higher elo is even working on the offense pushes. All right, look. Thor has been so crazy, just getting buff after buff and after buff, and continues to like be the best god out there, while Penny's just up there putting up numbers, especially with the Rocket team up, because the people she plays against just don't know how to stop her super epic spiderness. Look, history always finds a way to repeat itself, and if it does one thing, it shows that Penny Parker continues to spread my ass cheeks, especially in a fucking Diamond. Now, alright guys, that's enough of the tanks. It's time that covers the Vanguards. Now let's talk about the role that everybody loves and everybody loves to insta-like every single time, the Duelist. And here's the thing, not that fantastic dude, but Daredevil. Look, Daredevil is going to be the core of every single match moving forward. I mean, you can expect that, right? New hero, new meta, you feel me, bro? I think Daredevil is going to be the difference maker. But you should definitely start picking Daredevil because he fits literally right into Rivals. But without him, let's go and talk about our first on the list. And that's going to be the one and only Neymar. Listen, guys, Neymar just continues to get love and hate season after season. I mean, there's no in between. He loses his Game of Squids, but gains this insane team up with Hela that offers it has fucking healing reduction, slow damage, and another attack with his onslaught of squids. Look, he's gonna get permaban. He's gonna get a bit more priority than everybody else. But you should get your hands on Neymar, okay? Don't play against me, but try his abilities and go fuck people up. He has self-protection, goddammit, a great ult, a good counter dive, and high potent damage, especially with headshots. Neymar is just a clear-cut, like, offensive threat for any meta, alright, bro? He's definitely inside his meta. You should definitely give him a shot. And second, I think Hela is going to be right there with him. And that's the next hero we're obviously going to jump in and talk about because she's pretty controversial. With Hela being now the best hit scan character, all the mechanically gifted players in this game are going to fucking like their toes are going to be curled, alright? This is going to put Phoenix down and make Hela the #1 pick for hit scans. Now, you guys can be happy because you can pick up from where you left off in Season 1. Not only is she going to rise up after getting nerfed, now she's buff, gaining bonus health when she comes out of her crow, but there's going to be some nice changes, especially later on this season, just to give her more consistency and more survivability, which sucks for me because I hate playing against a good Hela, but not to mention in low elo, her ultimate is crazy. High elo, her kit is wild. Hela is just going to thrive in a Season 4.5, and we can't do nothing but spread our ass cheeks and get ready. Now, just in case you missed it, Season 4, Moon Knight, the Goon haunts you. He's been thriving. He's been a sleeper character for as long as the games come out, alright? His survivability has been boosted, especially with his moon blades. He literally gains bonus health when you hit people. Now, he gets 2, keep these in mind. So his offensive output is going to be crazy, especially when going against triple support. Yeah, you're the best counter for this, alright, bro? Now, look. His ult charge is the source of damage and pressure. Not his ult charge. His ultimate is the source of damage and pressure. Moon Knight, personally, is one of my favorite characters. He's pretty great design. Playing against him is ass. Playing with him, he's so much fun. And I think he slept on, especially in high elo and maybe not so much in low elo. But look, if you got a great friend to play with, and hey, you can single-handedly carry games. Just calm up. Look, set up a Wombo combo, Emma Frost with Groot, you name it. If you can imagine it, you can do it, bro. I'm saying, bro. But I think Moon Knight's just going to be an easy pick for this season. Now, guys, we got to talk about the baddest bitch in Marvel Rivals. The one and only Psylocke! Unfortunately, she did get a nerf last season, but they're going to buff her in this season. And I think it's going to be a really big difference, especially playing against her. You still have some really good terms of her burst potential. Emma strong, so that team up is going to be there, okay? But her ultimate, she's moving faster, and she's doing more damage. Literally, in an Invisible Woman ult, she's going to kill you now, bro. And it's going to be crazy, bro. All right, now look. This is going to take the Psylocke players up a notch. Especially, she's really good for, like, solo carrying, bro. Now, she comes alongside the gooniest skin possible. Have you seen her big her ass is? I think the Psylocke mains are going to be happy. They're going to be back and she's going to get banned. I am banning her. Now we got to talk about the one and only Star-Lord. He's always been this kind of like flanking tough tracer hero from Overwatch. And he continues to do it, and he's going to continue to do it. He can be one of the best or one of the worst. Alright, now look, he's a great counter, especially to all the flying units. Iron Man, Storm, Ultron, because he just has that constant damage and that pressure. I mean, he's the best pressure DPS out there. I think, honestly, at this point, if you haven't mastered or even just played Star-Lord and you enjoy the duelist category, you are putting your team on your back, bro. I think he's great at dueling some of the best top duelists. I mean, look, if you'll be able to go one-on-one with them and put pressure on them, buddy, their butt cheeks is going to be spreaded, and you're cooked. They're cooked, and you won the damn game. He can put pressure on tanks, too, and as well as the damn healers. I mean, Loki, Emma Frost, Hulk even. And look, especially with this Rocket team up, bro, he's going to get a lot better. But more on Rocket in a moment. Winter Soldier. I know. Winter Soldier! He's going to be really important to shut down any and all dives. I mean, the Venoms, the Psylocks, even the Star-Lords. This man is going to go toe-to-toe with all of them, and he's going to be the one to do it. Not only that, but I think Winter Soldier is going to be one of those heroes where if you got invested with him since season 0, then you're going to be rewarded in this season, because he's never going to go down. I mean, he's not going to get nerfed, and he's always going to be like that character that's just not getting nerfed or buffed, because he's going to get spot. Now look, as the game continues, he might get buffed, he might get nerfed, but he's going to stay the fucking same. Because Winter Soldier's on this list for a good reason. I hate playing against you fucking Bucky mains. Alright, now look, we're going to move on to Wolverine, one of the last in the DPS category. I know we didn't talk about Blade, but Wolverine is going to continue to jump up into shine, bro. I mean, have you seen he's not getting as banned as he was in other seasons. Now, you can get rid of Venoms, Doctor Stranges, Groots, hell, even Emma Frost's, Magnetos, any type of main tank on the enemy team, you can make them uncomfortable. Just shove your wolves, just shove your claws up their eye, bro. You're so good, bro. Alright, look. And you can, of course, get in their backline, too, if the tank is down. But Wolverine has been that kind of key to success for the team over and over again. Even with the nerfs, no one has kind of, like, matched up to him. I mean, Flyers are his only counter, but that's all he has. Now, you know, it's still not, like, the best season for him. But definitely still, he's still a very pretty clutch and pivotal hero. And then last, but not least, we're going to go over the strategists. And I'll be honest, there is a reason to play probably almost all of them for the most part. Like, they're all pretty good for each different reason, alright? And I think they finally found a sweet spot this season. And hopefully triple support is kind of getting toned down a bit. It's kind of hard to kill you niggas with a triple support. But it was a tough pick to pick them. Yeah. So we're going to kick off with Rocket Raccoon. He's back because Jean Grey is gone. I mean, that Phoenix got fucking nerfed. The Phoenix that wipes out everything with her ult is gone, alright? And I think Rocket is that damage DPS. And he's going to give the team just so much more opportunity, bro. He has a free revive. I mean, he's got a Star-Lord ultimate, bro. Did I mention his res comes in clutch? His healing's easy. Just hold down your secondary fire. I mean, it's so easy, bro. So, Rocket Raccoon is great for solo carry. Alright, bro. And if one animal isn't enough for you, we gotta talk about Jeff. I know, Jeff's pretty controversial. I think this baby shark is still a menace. I mean, using his primary fire just puts so much pressure. I mean, when people get hit inside of the game, they think, oh my god, I'm gonna freak out, and they look to that hit. He's an instant ban in pro plays. In higher elos, yeah, he's banned. That's crazy, huh? And he's a great source of damage, great source of healing too. It's easy to hit his primaries and even his little splash bubbles. And his ultimate can quite literally make or break the game, alright, bro? Especially when you do the silent ult tech. I'm not going to talk about that. Now look, he's also getting a pumpkin costume. Now I think Loki is going to be easily one of those important heroes, okay? To finally get back in a roster. Adam Warlock, as always, his movement sucks, but his burst healing is great too. So I think I'm going to throw him right in there too. But Loki is great for solo carry, okay, bro? Now, he has had a lot of nerfs happen. But he's going to continue to be that cog in the machine, bro. And, like, his, like, easy way to play the game Just have 3 clones and cycle between them. Moon Knight is your only counter. Okay, Moon Knight is your only counter. Maybe Psylocke too, and other heroes and Star-Lord, but that's all you gotta worry about. You can still have a great hell of a game and win the game. Now we gotta talk about Luna, cause Luna Stone is always gonna be great. We can talk about her all day. Look. Y'all gotta get that beach skin, bro. All right. Forget the tips. We gotta talk about something really important. All right, you gotta get that beach skin. Because Invisible Woman's beach skin is one of the best, and she continues to be one of the top 3 strategists ever. Ultron took a big nerf. Don't play Ultron if you're going to solo carry. Only do it if you're going to triple support. Play Invisible Woman if you're going to solo carry, okay? Her ultimate is literally a get out of jail card. All right, bro? She's life-saving. She's Invisible Woman. She's hot. Now, fight me down below in the comments if I left out one of your favorite characters. I don't give a crap. The only thing I care about is winning.